Welcome to Bourbon Real Estate. I'm AJ. I'm here with Tim and Ben, and you just heard the intro to a Michter small batch glug glug.
Glug glug it is.
Gotta love a good glug glug, boys.
People like a cork pop. I don't know. I may be a fan of the glug glug from now on. I don't know. Is that a new competition we do?
It's just we couldn't stop laughing about it.
And it's strictly because it's the first pour out of a full bottle.
Yeah.
After that, it goes away.
It sounded much worse. Actually sounded nice.
I liked it better than the cork pop. This is actually going into my glass at that point.
That was a real pour.
Because of the shape of the bottle.
That was a real pour of a freshly cracked bottle.
Oh, for sure. This is a Michter small batch we're starting with today, by the way. You got a wide body and a short neck.
We're gonna open every episode with a new bottle that we crack and pour and listen to the sound of, while simultaneously carrying out the show, which is about what, AJ?
Bourbon and real estate. Each week, we're going to try a different bottle that you could find on your shelf, whether it be allocated, store pick, or a recommendation, or something that just sounded interesting to you. We'll pick it up. We'll try it. Not going to rate it. We'll review it, let you know our thoughts. Everybody has different tastes.
I want to rate it.
How do you want to rate it?
I don't know, not to rip off Portnoy, but on a scale.
Give it a number?
I think so.
Like the pizza did?
Yeah. And after like our third glass, we'll get a good grasp on the situation.
Is that just the end of the episode?
We'll review and rate it.
Yeah, I think so.
Let you know how it's going through the show.
Well, we'll see what happens when we actually get to the end of this one, if we remember to do that.
AJ, why'd you pick Michter's? AJ picked this bottle.
I did pick this bottle. It's good introductory bourbon. Anybody asks that's getting into bourbon, I kind of point them this way, get them away. Not that it's not mainstream, but it's not pointing them to a Maker's Mark or a Buffalo Trace. Lower proof, easy drinker.
91.4 proof. So 47.4%.
What's normal?
Anywhere from 45 to 140.
I think it's got to be minimum 80 proof to be considered a bourbon.
Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm. There's certain guidelines for it. I'm not going to get into the details.
Things.
I actually heard a lot about on another podcast. Learned a lot about. There's some bourbon guy on there talking about every aspect of it. I'm going to talk about the bottle's cool, good glug glug, and I can drink it.
The glug glug was great.
Yeah. So I just opened a bottle last night, and I just want to get through it. I don't like it, but I spent money on it.
Was it this?
No, not this. It's completely different. Just not my cup of tea.
How much was that bottle?
Best part was I'll say it. It was a Kirkland. Costco has some hidden gems. Big fan of the Kirkland bottled and bond. AJ says a little bit on the rye side a little bit. So I thought I'd try the small batch. Not for me. The funny part is I bought one bottle. A buddy of ours got excited about it. I think he thought it was the bottled and bond. Bought 12 bottles of it. We both tried it last night. He's going to go through because he's a champ and he bought 12 bottles. But the best part, you get like a full liter and it's like $22.
Liter of cold.
But not as good as a Michter's?
No, not even close. This the bottle and bond I would put up there. What's like what we'll get into later, talking about everyday bourbons. Yeah,
we might bring it in.
You guys should try it. It's just not mine. That's my main thing with bourbon. Everyone has different taste buds, palates, blah blah blah. Me and AJ have a similar one. I think we lean towards the weeded for everyday.
Everybody likes a weed. Yeah, everybody doesn't like a weeded,
right? But there's bourbon snobs out there like, I need to have 135 proof. I want it to burn my face off, and I'm going to say it's good. No, it's whatever you like.
Sometimes they're good.
So this is a good introductory one. It's easy to drink. It's smooth.
The Michters. We're back to Michters.
And the best part is Ben's got some fun facts about Michters for us.
We want to go on fun fact. My first fun fact, AJ, you said you recommend this to people?
I do.
I have never recommended a bottle of bourbon to anyone. I'm the least knowledgeable bourbon in the group. And we'll get into that. I'm the least knowledgeable real estate person in the group, too.
But also the most knowledgeable person. Probably the highest IQ.
That's not true.
Learned person.
I am not learned. Let's get into some fun facts. Is that what Tim's leading me to? So I did go study Michter's because AJ let me know what we were going to have a couple sips of or a couple glasses of tonight. And I went online, and unfortunately these days I just use AI to figure everything out. So if some of this isn't real, it hallucinated on us, and I apologize. But where to start? It's been around forever in different names. 1753, called a version of Michter's was out. It was actually called Shanks, which was something along. The only reason I bring this one up is because it's the whiskey that George Washington supposedly drank at Valley Forge. So I just thought that was cool.
Very patriotic.
Very patriotic.
I like the name Shanks better.
You like Shanks better than Michter's?
Well, nowadays it would sound like a prison bottle. It's something you make in a prison toilet.
It's sold a couple more times, but we'll get to that. So Michter's was in the 1950s. And does anyone know where the name Michter's comes from? Unfortunately, I think everyone does.
Some guy who drank 3 bottles. Michael.
It wasn't a last name. It wasn't the last name like most of them. In fact, every previous owner of this brand used their last name.
I think that a lot of people do.
Yeah. This is the mix of
it's
his 2 sons, Michael and Peter, for Michter's. So are you supposed to say Michter's?
I'm going to say shakes.
And then someone else got it in the 90s, the most recent, which is the Michter's that we see today. And the way the guy bought it, he was looking to start a bourbon, and he went in the trademark world to try to find one that was already out there. And this name had still existed. They went bust and belly up, and he was able to buy it for $250. So
I feel like he might have overpaid for it. I don't think a lot of people are looking at www.michters.com back in 1950.
I guess that's true.
Until you try it.
Yeah, no, it's a delicious one.
Affordable one.
It's getting up there now. I saw it the other day at a local grocery store. We are in the suburbs of Chicago, southwest suburbs. We have Jules and
It's pronounced Jewel.
Jewel, but we call it Jules.
It's actually the mix of
There's no S
their
anywhere.
2 sons' names.
Yeah, but
Jewel and
it was $50. I remember a couple years ago when this got hot, was probably 2023, 24 is when it's been around, but like that's when they had, I guess, a really good batch I found out. And then it was like I don't know, 23 or 24, one of them. But that's when AJ got into it. He was drinking cases of this. It was his everyday drinker. Not at night, no.
I don't think you have to preface that.
But he got me onto it and then a couple of other buddies.
No, it's good. Well, back then we were getting it, I think it was
like $30.
$27, $28.
Yeah.
At that price, they're almost giving it away. I think at the same spot where I got it for that price, I paid $33 for it this time around. So a bit of an increase.
This one right here we're drinking was $33?
Correct.
It just depends on the store. Like Jules. is $50 right now. And I was like, nope.
Not paying $50 for this.
Right.
There's other bottles $50 and under that if you're introducing someone to it, it's hard to get them to spend $50 on any liquor.
Yeah.
Spirit. Doesn't matter.
Well, the problem is, like, if we sit down for a night, we're going to go through a good amount.
Yeah, a couple 2-3 guys in the front room.
Guess what city we're by? The front room.
So this is your weekend drinker?
I could go to this any night. Any night I could go to it. I mean, it's something that's affordable, tastes good. I like my lower proofs.
Mm-hmm.
And you could find it everywhere, too.
You could find it everywhere, too. I mean, I'm not going to pay a premium of $50, $55 for it, but I will drink it if it's available.
I heard
if it's on someone's bar and there's nothing else,
so you grab that?
I would grab that.
I heard both of you before call this your everyday.
Yeah, everyday drinker, because you can, everyday drinker is
That's what I was
considered.
wondering. What the heck's an everyday drinker for bourbon?
Find it everywhere. For me, it's probably a little bit lower proof.
That makes sense. Just in case it's the weekday you're drinking it?
Yeah. Me and AJ are real estate agents, real estate brokers, whatever you want to call us. So it really is like not going to say 24/7, but 7 days a week. We have Saturdays, Sundays. So like right now we're recording on a Wednesday. My Thursday's light, so I can have a couple extra classes, not worry about it. We're also recording this at 9:00 at night because we all have small children, and that eliminates us being able to sleep in, but we can sneak out after hours. But if I were home right now, I'd be sitting there watching a hockey game in the basement, and I'd probably pour what would be my everyday drinker, which I mix up here and there, but it's always going to be easy to find, affordable, one that I like. What else?
Taste.
Doesn't hurt in the morning.
It doesn't hurt in the morning. Again, we got children waking up, so we all get on the bus. Yes, we all do.
How many Michter's bottles do you need in the house at one night?
How many
Not drinking,
everyday
but like how
drinkers?
many do you need in the house to feel like you can crack the Michter's bottle? Like, do you have to have a backup?
No.
So if you just
No.
got the one in the house, you'll crack it.
Right, because you can
I
go
have
to, you can
others for
stop,
backup.
It's
you
not
can
hard to
stop
find.
anywhere and find it. Right.
Ah, okay.
That's an everyday drink.
There we go. Something you can find. It's easy.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you're going to get a good price.
So like,
And you don't
there's
hate it.
there's some inexpensive bottles, like a Weller Special Reserve. That's the green label. It's delicious. It should be about $30 to $40.
Mhm.
It used to be an everyday drinker, but now it's hard to find. As soon as it's put out, a lot of people like it, so they grab it right away. There's probably people with 100 bottles of it sitting in their basement right now. Just like these bourbon collectors online are.
Do they think
nuts.
it's going to get crazy? I love
No,
the
they
design.
just love it so
I love the
much.
design of the label. It's like
Oh, it'll fool you.
That's the thing. That used to be green, so it looked different.
right now
than,
it's red font with mostly black, dark gray.
Right.
with
So where it says small batch, real kind of small there's
Mhm.
another one with identical colors, maybe a little different, more brown, but it'll say sour mash.
It's
So
a different
make sure if you're going to go try to find this and try it out, make sure it's the small batch. That's the one we like. The other ones aren't bad. They're just not as good for us.
Are they all red?
Or
Or
Not a good
that-
No,
that was
no,
straight.
the small
color's
batch is usually red, but they change it up. I think sour mash is like a lighter brown. It'll say there, but the Michters is pretty pronounced. You're like, oh, cool, I got a bottle
you
of
just
Michters.
grab the
So
Michters,
a
got it.
lot of bourbons have different. They'll have the regular one. They'll have a small batch, single barrel, bottled in bond, full proof, cask strength. So a lot of the bottles do look alike. Even your Elijah Craig's will have a main label, but smaller print.
Bottles are shaped the same.
Right.
We should talk about how you each drink them, to be honest with you. I didn't even think of that. Like,
Daily.
not often. How do you pour it in ice, water?
I go,
Neat.
I usually, for my everyday, I usually start off with a bigger ice cube. And then once that's dissolved, I go neat.
After? You just
Right.
need one?
Too lazy to go back to the freezer and get another ice cube, I guess. But after that, I feel like my taste buds.
If it was right next to you, would you put it in there again?
It depends on what I'm drinking, I guess. But
Michters, we're on Michters.
For Michters, no.
It's
I'm
lower
gonna drink
proof,
it neat.
which makes it smoother. So I got a bunch of bourbons behind us, anywhere from 40 proof, I think the Weller or something like that, all the way to the Booker's being like 135 proof. It's firewater to me, but some people love, you can look online. There's bourbon guys that love those high proof ones. It's a lot.
And they're not bad. I enjoy a higher proof in the winter months. Warm me up.
Little Christmas bourbon.
Little Christmas bourbon right next to a fire, singing some Christmas songs.
You get the spicier ones then too. A little bit of Christmas spirit in you.
Some people don't like the Amberana. That's one of my go-tos around the holiday season.
You still got to try that Dead Drop one I got.
I do got to try that.
Maybe we'll bring that in for an episode. But we also learned that those Amberana ones, if you leave them too long.
Well, that one had a stave in it, which I think played an effect. Spire stave, I'm not sure what it's called.
Stave.
I don't get too geeked out with it. I do a little bit of research on a bottle I'm going to drink, but other than that, I work off recommendations, and if I think I'm going to enjoy it that evening.
Do you have particular people you actually listen to when they tell you what they like? And some
Yeah,
people
certain-
where you're like, some book readers, they won't even listen to certain people that are recommending something. But
I like a store that that has store picks, where they actually may go to a distiller, pick a barrel, and do their own single barrel for that store.
and they put their label on that?
They same, bourbon label, but then they'll put a little sticker on it.
Don't they overcharge you on those? Isn't the rumor they overcharge you on that?
Not necessarily.
Probably the first week out, and after that, it just
No.
goes onto the shelf. And
That's long price.
You could find some great ones though. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Angel's Envy, but there was one store pick where I went and bought, I think 3 or 4. Well, I bought the one, and I think I back and bought 2 or 3 more.
Was that the single barrel?
It was a single
Private
barrel or
select, one of
cask
those.
drink, something like that, and it was just super chocolatey. Really like that, and I want to say that was 120 something proof too. So it was one to get you where you were going.
Ben,
Mhm.
in your bourbon journey that's not so far,
It's not going to be very long. Yeah.
what is your favorite so far?
I don't know, man.
Do they all still kind of taste similar to you?
It's going to be blasphemy, but they all taste like they burn a lot.
That's completely normal until you kind of, I don't want to say refine your palate,
I feel like that's what everyone wants to tell me.
once you taste a few different ones, and as we keep going with this podcast, we're gonna introduce Ben to some
they're each going to
some weird ones.
My rating will be Burns.
Yeah.
Burns a little less.
But it'll go off some taste after a while.
I don't know. I honestly have had a few. Tastes pretty. I don't think if you put any in front of me, I could tell you the difference. Maybe I could tell you the proof.
But you could taste the difference.
I don't think I'd be able to. Yeah, I'd have to do that. That'd be a fun one to try.
Okay.
Nerd facts for you.
Ah.
Yep. See, Ben loves my nerd facts. If you pour it neat and you go to smell it, like people smell wine, whatever, you kind of swish it. When you go to take a breath and their sniff in, open your mouth, because the alcohol will go in your mouth and the actual flavors. And that's where people get those notes from.
Yeah.
Will go up your nose.
My brother-in-law does it in a different state, and he came to visit, and he showed me how they do it. And it's like a whole process where they take neat bourbon in their mouth and hold it there until they can't do it anymore, and then drink it, which numbs them. And then they drink that. I don't know why they don't spit it out, but I guess I would do the same thing. Then they drop like 3 drops of water in there. Swirl it,
Dilute it a little bit.
smell it, I think, then drink that. And then they may not do the water yet. They may do the next one just straight up without the water, just like a drink, smell, drink. I don't know, get the flavors. Then they do the water, and then they say that's what unlocks the flavors. So I did it, and it blew my mind because it tasted exactly the same.
Made a little difference.
No, not for me. I don't think it did. But we were also like 2 in, so I don't know at that point.
Probably something to start off.
I'm sure there's ways to it. I just don't think you know what, it would be great if that's like, you two will teach me bourbon. while simultaneously teaching me real estate. And hopefully I get better at it. But it's the same with wine. I just drink it. With cigars, I just smoke it. It's with beers. They
You
all
like it?
they taste a little different, but just like Tim, I'm going to get through it.
Yeah.
I don't think throwing one out makes sense. So that's just me.
I think most people in like a bourbon journey, they start off with like the old fashioned because it's got like the sugar in there,
Yeah,
the orange, stuff like that, and then you graduate to the Manhattan. Still great. If I go out to dinner with my
A
wife,
little more stiff.
I'm gonna get a nice Manhattan.
The good Manhattan's hard to pass up.
Right. Even an old fashioned, either one. But then you get to the point where you have 2 kids. It's 9 o'clock at night. You don't feel like pulling out the whole tray of making it, smoking. I enjoy a good smoked Manhattan, but I'm done doing it at home. I am just going to grab an ice cube, do a 4-finger pour, watch a game. I'm still a video game nerd at 42. Love it. And I'll hop on with the boys. And that's where like AJ was saying, the large ice cube's nice because then you could just keep pouring over it. But it does dilute it, brings down the proof every time you add water. So if you have like 130 proof bourbon, you just put a few drops in there and they'll bring it down. So when they actually take them out of the barrels, if they're, for say you want at 120 proof it comes out, they'll dilute it down to whatever the batch is. So they will actually, at the distillery, mix it with a little bit of water to bring the proof down to, then they can bottle it at like our fine Michters here, they always got to do 91.4 proof.
They put it in. That's
but
fun.
every single
fun
bottle
fact.
is 91.4 proof.
And I'll fun fact that because they actually put it in at 103 where most people would go higher or something like that. So less of it burns off.
Depends on what you're making.
Well, that's why they say the 10-year and the 20-year of this Michter's is more expensive than most 10 and 20 because by the time they actually turn up the heat in their distillery to help evaporate.
In the Rick House?
In the Mick House? That's a
Rick House.
Oh, okay. Is that the actual
Not
name of it?
Rick.
I thought you were being clever.
Rack House, Rick
Yeah.
House.
The Rick House is where they already age them in the barrels. You're talking as they're getting distilled.
I think so. I don't know. It's one of the
Yes.
two. Probably I think in the barrels because when they open the barrel, like
No,
60
the
to
Rick
70% of
houses
it's gone.
I don't even know if
It's where they store the
climate-
barrels.
Right, but I don't know. Some research to do. I don't know if they're climate controlled.
We are not
That's why.
bourbon aficionados. We are like you, where that bottle looks cool. I hope it tastes good.
Every day bourbons.
What's a special bourbon?
I don't know. For me, you guys go.
I think AJ's like, we've been drinking for bourbon for a few years. You have your Super Bowl bourbon. Like, what are you going to drink? It's a big event. I'm not going to bring my everyday. I might bring it, but more than likely I'm going to bring the bottle I've been holding on to. So I have the Weller Full Proof back there. It's just hard to find, but it's a good bourbon. But I'm going to bust that open for like a Super Bowl or maybe like first football game of the season. I'm a football guy, sports guy.
Yeah. Love
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying like but it's also getting colder. Maybe not first game of the season, but Super Bowl. You're going to drink some bourbons.
I mean, what?
Eat a bunch of meat.
Start early.
Yeah.
A lot of food in your tum-tum allows you to drink a little bit more.
Right. AJ's a big hunter. So if he goes down to the hunt camp, he might bring a nice bottle of Eagle Rare. That's, again, good. And it's a Buffalo Trace. Nothing crazy about it.
Not to say that I wouldn't share. Bourbon's made for sharing, but it's harder to share, $100-and-something bottle you like that you're saving for something.
Because you only have one bottle of it where your everyday
It's hard to
bourbon.
find.
So
Your everyday bourbon, you're going to have 3 or 4 bottles. Or if you have one, like, oh, I'll just go to the store down the street. You can't just find some of these special bottles.
But there's a lot of good bottles on the shelf that people look past.
I bet.
A lot of Clyde Mays. We had a run with Clyde Mays for a while. Not even a Kentucky. I think that's Alabama.
No clue.
But that was a tasty one for a while.
They had a few different bottles too.
And they all tasted good.
Well, we'll get to all the different.
They
bottles.
probably
Those are-
had, they
those are
probably had
future
a good
episodes.
glug glug because that bottle's a short little stout.
It would be something. We
We'll
do
see
need
how
to
they
make the
compare in the
glug-glugs.
glug glug.
I don't want to get you too in trouble, but it sounds like $100 bottles for the Super Bowl for Tim and $100 bottle for hunting for AJ. How much was the bottle for your recent kids that you just had born?
Well,
Make it up if it's low so you don't get in trouble.
no, both of mine were $100. Not that
The kids?
yeah, both of my kids.
Good insurance.
The
Good
years they
insurance.
were born, I actually entered a raffle and was able to purchase bottles of Pappy and got them at
Oh,
an
man.
SRP.
Do you still have Pappies then?
Yes.
You got to save those.
Those are saves. Those are going to be super special, like weddings. One of them gets married.
Really?
I think so.
That's pretty awesome.
I don't know. I'm not going to secondary sell them or anything like that.
Or if you get super pissed at them,
But
drink
I'm
them.
not a collector either. Like
Yeah.
I may have 12, 15 bottles that I have that aren't open. Couple may be open, but you want to try things. You want to try them if you get them, but what one's worth. And
Bourbon, if you buy it, I'm going to drink it.
Mm.
I have no problem opening it. That's what it's there for. These collectors, good for you. Go do that. If that's what you want to do. I want to drink.
That's nice.
But I'm also not spending $100 every day.
You wouldn't spend $100 on a Pappy if you had the opportunity?
100% I would, but I would pop it right then.
You think so?
Yeah, I think I would.
That's why I'm friends with him.
You pop it with him?
But I'm not going to go to one of these whiskey bars and you're going to pay $50 for like 2 shots of it.
See, I would to try it.
I'm just going to buy it and rip it.
You can't buy it.
What's
That's
a
the
bottle?
problem.
What's a normal bottle?
What do you mean?
Pappy.
MSRP, meaning like that's what you get directly from the store.
No, because that's impossible, right?
It's not. There's
I don't know.
bourbon
I've
clubs
seen
you can
them,
get into.
depending on
Raffles.
the age, anywhere from,
No, he got it
let's
for 100,
say,
so I guess
500 to 2,000, depending on age, and maybe even a little
For a
higher
certain-
for, I
for a
think
certain
it's a
age.
23 year that they have out there. It means it was aged 23 years in the
Weren't they
barrel.
like 20 grand for a while? Aren't those things like crazy expensive?
There's probably some super rare ones. I don't know. Yeah.
It's the ones that they can't make anymore.
Yeah. They were
You
just
can't make any of it anymore because it's aged for that amount of time and then bottled.
Well, it was from the
So
old
everything's
distillery. It was from the
different.
old distillery and the old barrels that
which one
that
that
burnt
did?
down or something like that, right?
I don't know.
That's why
we can't be spitting facts that we're not
we can
sure
make
of.
stuff up. No one knows. They're not going to fact. That's our first intro video.
I got
If
it.
they fact check us, we're doing great.
One of my first bourbons, and I wish I remember the name. My buddy got it as a present, and I don't know the name of it. Someone's gonna put it in the comments, but there was a rick house that collapsed due to snow. So they came out with like, I don't know, called Snow Angel or something. So there's only a few barrels left.
Yeah.
And out of all of them, there's maybe half of them left, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Super expensive then.
Yeah. And it was pretty cool. It had the whole story on the bottle, but the brick house collapsed due to snow in Tennessee. That was a freak, it doesn't happen too often when
Yeah.
you get that much snow that collapsed it.
You had
But
it?
going into bed, that's where you talk about the angel share.
I don't know.
That's the part of when you're aging it that evaporates. They call it the angel
Oh.
share. So you don't get the full barrel when they pull it out the rick house.
Got
Some evaporates.
Uh-huh.
And I have a terrible story about it. Long story short, I tried one of those little mini barrels with your name on it, Tim's bourbon, blah, blah, blah. And I did a Maker's 46 and I was going to try it to another one. 6 months later, I checked it. All of it evaporated. It got soaked into the barrel. It evaporated. I was very upset.
Is that barrel thing
Yep.
behind me?
Yeah, we don't have video right now, but behind me, that's the second one. I picked up the first one after 3 months of not touching it. The metal rings fell off. It was empty.
What?
I smashed it. I was pissed. I
do not
took care of it.
buy these self-aging
No.
barrels.
The one below
Maybe
it
a
is a
reputable
bigger one, and there's actually a plastic bladder in there.
Not Amazon?
That one's
Not
fun.
Amazon.
So it's a cool piece to add to your bar. It looks cool. The little one sucks. The bigger one I have there with the copper rings, that actually has a plastic bladder in it. I dumped. I
So
think
no aging going
I think
on.
I had
Needs it.
a single barrel, some product that Beam made in there. We drank it. It's
Crazy.
empty now. But yeah.
Sad news.
it's not great, but it's cool. My mother-in-law, love her. She didn't
She
know.
put your name on it, so she cares.
Yeah.
She knows your name.
She's the best.
She spelled your last name wrong.
It's fine.
Yeah. We'll tell her about it later. Speaking of, we've known each other for ages, so jokes like this are okay. And I will probably hear from Tim's mother-in-law if she listens to this about that comment.
Don't get you.
She did not spell it wrong. I just want everyone to know that.
We all did go to college together
Mm-hmm.
at the beautiful university.
Don't know fun facts about us. No, go ahead. It's fine.
No fun
That's
facts.
very under the radar. We're Salukis.
Find us.
Good luck.
Like us.
Barely drank there, if you can believe that.
We my experience in college was plastic bottles on dollar well nights of scotch after Anchorman came out.
Uh-huh.
And we would annoy the bartenders by yelling, Scotch, Scotch, Scotch. I love Scotch. And
I know who said that.
we were at a particular one, and one lady was like, we've had this bottle for like 5 years. You guys were here last night. It's gone now. We're never going to have Scotch again. And
Was that PK's? Sounds like a PK
it
place.
was actually Hanger 9.
Hanger.
Old
man,
school
we
Hanger
barely- We
9.
barely went.
That's how old we are prior to it getting hit by our tornado.
You're not dating us because you already dated yourself. You said
I'll
how
date
old you
you.
were a little while ago. We already dated. That was an interesting time of our lives.
I remember you guys were down there a year before me, and then one of our first nights out, you told me we were going to PK's, and it was a nicer place.
We're doing ice. We apologize. Were you visiting?
No, you guys were down there for 1 year, and then I joined y'all down
Okay,
there.
so that guy.
But you told me it was a jukebox bar. It was,
Towny.
a beer, towny.
Wood as far as the eye could see.
Oh,
Hasn't been updated and probably since it originated in 1970 something.
If somebody peed on the bar, it would help it smell better.
Was it the same night that MK took down a clock and put a rope around it and wore it around like Flavor Flav?
That was a great night.
It may have been because I think we went to Callahan's for martini night after
Fresh
that,
Pour
which
Boys.
was just awful. I mean, I like a martini, but not at $5 martini. They
$5 back then.
You overpaid for that martini.
a bit cheaper. I thought
I think they're like $3.50 nights. Yeah, I bet.
So we've known each other for a bit. We're all grown up now. Call it 20 years later.
Physically.
Not grown up. Yeah, physically. But
riding the short bus.
Since then, AJ and I have gotten into real estate. Ben has always been IT. He loves computating on computers.
Mm-hmm.
He actually built an entire intranet for a large company in Chicago about 15 years ago. So he has no background in real estate other than purchasing a home through AJ 2-3 years ago.
It's got to be more than that. It's got to be 4 years ago now.
That's a little bit.
A lot more than that.
Well, they started looking 7 years ago, and Ben was one of those clients that bought after 2-3 years of searching.
Well, I needed something to kick me in the butt, and it wasn't AJ.
It was a baby.
It was a baby, like 2 weeks out, and we lived in a little apartment at that point.
Everybody's got a reason.
So we needed, I don't think it was, I mean, yeah, I know. I get made fun of a lot for how long I take on a lot of things.
That's all right.
I'm methodical.
It's all right.
Probably
slow.
Wife probably doesn't complain.
Yeah.
But no, Ben, after college.
Comment, man. I'm going to work on that when I get home.
We all stayed in contact, obviously.
I'm like, damn it, Tim. Now I get it.
We stayed in contact. Ben went to the city, did the renting thing. Like a lot of guys who in Illinois, you go to Illinois State, Southern, Eastern, Western, directional colleges, and then you go get a job in the city, live it up. Me and AJ said, nope, not for us.
We'll visit you often.
You guys came a lot. There's some fun stories we'll get into in the future.
But we stuck to the suburbs, got in. I worked in IT for a bit as well.
Such a broad term.
It was a credit card processing company, building files. It was nothing fancy like building beautiful websites. But I got into that and then got into real estate about 2010 legally. 2011. One of my really good friends.
What were you doing?
It's the intro video. Well, we won't go into it.
Dues are expensive when you're in your 20s.
Dudes?
Dues. Real estate dues.
So, well, maybe he meant dudes because it got expensive.
That's for a whole nother podcast as well.
No hate. No hate. We don't hate.
But we do joke.
Yes. And we joke about everything. But no. So, AJ, what year did you get into it?
I think 3 years after. So that would have been, 2013, 14. So we've been doing it a minute. And where we started, it was a lot of investment. Yeah,
that was
that time.
Foreclosure, recession days. But hoping through this podcast, we can talk about bourbon because we drink it, love it.
Like it, yeah.
We're going to have Ben, just a raving fan soon.
Learn it.
He's typically a wine or beer guy, but he will do a bourbon night.
My everyday wine? Yeah, wine.
And we'll be honest about it. If
this
you
is good.
Question,
this is fine. This is nice.
Ask someone that's a little tipsy. They'll give you the truth.
Then also we're going to couple that with a little bit of real estate experience. Again, appealing to the novice. We're not going to go deep into real estate too hard, but we want to be able to provide what you should drink while you're trying to buy a house or sell a house to ease the process because it's stressful. So we'll bring up some real estate topics, talk about current market, how crazy it is or how crazy it isn't.
Have some special guests, inspectors, hopefully some insurance, title, attorneys, anything along the line.
Other everyday folk than just me.
You want to bring him on?
We might need to. I didn't realize going into this.
What's Kazi doing?
There's going to be so much. He just bought a house. He'd be perfect.
Oh, there we go.
He will complain and complain.
Who did he use?
He did not use you two. He specifically told me.
That's why he's complaining.
No.
Yes.
Whole nother story.
Nope. Go into it starting now.
No, never. We will.
But no, we're going to try to just make the people who are nervous about it have a little bit of less fear, I gotta say.
We're here to educate. We're here to help. We like people. That's why we're in the job we're in.
Between me and AJ, we've been a part of probably over 2,000 transactions, everything from, your basic rental to your basic purchase, your basic sale, investment, you name it, multi-units, 2 to 4 units. And this is going to kind of be just about the Chicagoland area. Especially Metro is going to be different. Markets will be different. What happens with us, we see a lot of times trends start on the coasts and then make it inland to us. But hopefully you learn a little bit. You can have a little bit of fun. You find a bourbon you love.
I don't think area matters because,
the terms will. So
will.
Yeah, but emotions is like the big thing you probably deal with the most
market
people.
You're in. I feel like, all right, so our market here in Northern Illinois, we usually have a good, we have a good March, April, May, June, July, August, we see a little shift. In November, we see a bit more of a shift. And then after the holidays, it really depends on how that you really get to see how the market's going to be for that following year in January. Is it picking up January, 7th, 8th, 9th, or is it picking up February 14th?
A lot of it depends on, for us up here, especially the weather.
Yes.
I don't want to show houses when it's -20.
People don't want to sell their houses and leave their houses when it's -20.
And I'm okay with that. So if you're out in California, I'm guessing you probably have a longer season, but they probably like, ooh, it's 75. I'm not leaving the house. No, but all over the country is going to be a little different. But what we want to portray to you guys is, it's not scary. You get a good professional. Do your research on real estate agents. There's a lot of good ones out there. And unfortunately, there's a lot of
different ones,
bad ones. I'll say it. I'll say it. I've come across all of them. And either way, we get through it. But
there's some people that just want to go through a friend. And a friend may not be that experienced.
Right. My cousin's friends who went to college together, the janitor's nephew was a real estate agent, so I'm going to use him.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't think we can educate people out of their decisions that they're going to make. But
do your research.
Even if they're going through that, I think listening to this podcast would be a huge help, So like if they're not getting that from someone that they're working with, they can listen to this and listen to you guys who are more down to earth.
If they don't like real estate or not buying, they may like bourbon.
But that's
worst case scenario, if you are the transaction was terrible, you can grab a bourbon and forget about it for a couple hours.
I think you guys think like terms and like seasonality and stuff is more important. But in reality, I think it's probably more important to you guys. You just deal with it all the time.
No,
it's our income.
How you direct somebody too. Like in the market we're having right now, I feel like there's a lot of people that don't want to deal with multiple offers. So I kind of tell them, well, maybe start looking earlier in the year or later in the year because they get deterred after losing one or two offers.
Yeah,
you gotta be savvy about the rates because when the rates go up, I think the big thing for us currently is that a lot of people bought or refied and they're at around a 3% rate, give or take a half a point or 3/4. So why would they want to sell their house, buy something else and be at a 7?
I think all these
7.5.
These are things we can go into.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're gonna break down some current market trends.
But I think
at least 3.
I think what I hope to get is trying to help you guys see what you're in it all day, right? This is what you do for a living. And how different it is for the clients and what their thoughts are, where you think they might be thinking something's quite important.
That's where you come in. That's why
in reality, it's like, maybe not, maybe. And that's what, that's what's funny. When I came in, I just thought I was going to be helping set up the podcast. And now it's like, you suck with bourbon, you suck with real estate. Ask us a bunch of questions. I'm like, all right, that's
the
fine.
Idea. I called you asking simple IT questions. What do I do? You said, what do you want to do? I said, I want to start podcasting. And you said, do you want me to be in it?
That was later. I said, do you want me to help get it going? And then I'll join you.
It was something of the sort.
Were we in bourbon in?
At what point did you guys say, like, let's see if Tim wants to do it?
He told me you were in.
I already told him.
That's called the old
even
foot in the
before
door
I talked to you.
I think AJ texted me, like, do you want to do a podcast? I wrote, yeah.
Well,
and then he's like, be here
later.
Wednesday.
I just as I was doing research, there's no other podcast like this that's here to help a consumer.
Yeah.
It's how do you make $1 million in real estate? Or agent to agent, or, coaching an agent or anything like that. It's just like, well, there's only so many agents.
Or coaching an agent on how
you can coach agents if you want.
Coaching an agent on how to handle a client too, instead of like, right. I agree. So I'm just
there are way more consumers out there, and most of them are not knowledgeable. They're more fearful of clicking that button on Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com and asking, I want to see this house, because they have no idea what to do. Everybody wants to see a house, but it's like, well, can you buy a house?
Yeah, that's why all these companies and apps and everything are really competing, and they're focusing on the consumer experience.
Yeah, hearing about all the, to cut you off, but to hear about all that, and so we don't go down holes, but like that is interesting stuff. Like that could be a hole.
We'll get into that. But we'll teach you the tips and tricks, and hope you guys like it.
Yeah. I had an idea for this one if we were going to have like a topic that you wanted, but I think I'll save it for the next one.
Yeah, save our topics. This is just an introductory to Bourbon Real Estate.
And
we are.
I do want to let you guys know I'm on my 3rd glass. It was a long day today, so I do at a real estate brokerage. I also do some back office stuff.
You have to be quiet grabbing the bottle.
Yeah, grab it.
He just poured one. I want to pour it.
Yeah, go right ahead.
So I'm getting through these ones, which again, Michter's every day, lower proof, going to be smoother, less burn, easier to drink.
No glug as you get towards the end of the bottle.
It's very sad, actually.
Yeah, it was. The end of the bottle's
Sorry, Tim. We're on a side conversation.
I'm just saying, like, I wanted to get to my rating of it. Always going to be, and I said, you can find this everywhere. I saw it for 50. AJ found this bottle for 33, which is great price for it. That's what I would pay. Probably near 30 somewhere, up to 35 probably for my max on this bottle, but it's a solid 7.1, 7.2. Everyday drinker, never going to disappoint, consistent. Yeah, there's like I probably have 3 or 4 bottles that I would consider an everyday drinker, depending on what's on sale, just because who doesn't like a good sale? And you can find stores that maybe are up for a new allocation, need to get it off the shelf. It's been sitting for a bit. Don't forget to haggle a little bit. If you can go to a small shop, you can tell them.
Not on this.
No, not on this. But if you find a nice bottle, so like my favorite one is E.H. Taylor. They have it for $90. I'll walk up and say, I'll pay $70 for it. It's probably a $60 bottle, but it's there. I'm there.
That's crazy.
We're here. I'll pay $70 for it, and I'll walk out the door $75.
I am definitely not 3 in. I got to drive. And if the cops hear this, I want to make sure they know it wasn't even one.
We're gonna post this immediately with your license plate number.
But seriously, but it's good. It's smooth. It's a bourbon. It tastes like a bourbon. I don't have any notes.
Could you drink it again?
I just drank whatever Tim has back there that I said for the Masters. What did I tell you I drank?
Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare. I would say this has got like some fruit.
No, I think Ben's scale
like
for Ben.
There?
Ben's scale should be yes, I would drink it again, or no, I will never drink this again. What's
good? That's a tough scale. No, because if you brought anything here and we were drinking it, yes, if we're like ice fishing, I would drink it again. I would drink anything again when we're ice fishing. So like, I don't know the right term. Maybe how much would I pay? No, that might not work. We'll have to work on what I could do to rate. It's good. It's really good. It's not a bad bourbon at all.
So Ben can drink it.
I can drink it.
That
scale of
what a raving endorsement.
So it's more binary. It's 0 or 1 for me. Yes or no.
Yeah,
I can drink it.
That's all right.
Okay.
Again, we're here to rate and review. You don't have to.
How about this?
Either or.
How about this? I wanted to drink more.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's that for an answer? But I know that I cannot.
I'm pretty sure you had 3.
No, I did not have anywhere near 3.
Oh, that's a good answer. So I mean that's a win. You know, if you're willing and if you were able, you would drink more.
Yes. There we go.
What your thoughts, AJ?
I've always liked Michter's. Michter's is it's lighter, it's palatable, it's not overpowering. I mean, I again brought this for the introduction I introduced people to bourbon. So lower proof, you're not going to get as much flavor from it, but you're not going to get as much alcohol bite from it. I enjoy it. I enjoy it in a Manhattan, old fashioned. It's a good mixer. It's a good straight bourbon too. I mean, I do not have an ice cube in my glass and I'm drinking it. So
I wish we had a camera for when I turned to AJ and said, it tastes like it's got some fruit, because he just goes, idiot. and now Tim and AJ's arms are both crossed in anger.
We will get him there. We will get him there. We may have to do an episode on tasting and different markets in our area. Do a variety of things with the tasting, as you will have a variety of flavors.
Are you talking about we're going to do a flight night?
We may. Flight night.
Can we enter?
We can start low proof all the way to high proof.
Can we legally enter homes to show me the homes and have a drink and podcast? We'll look that up.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, it's another podcast.
There are.
It's your house.
There's a lot of permission needed to be given by others, but you could do it if you're marketing it as a realtor. You yourself, you may not be marketing it as a realtor, so you probably could. Us, we would need permission
to drink or to podcast.
All of the above.
That's just, these are questions.
Cool question. Have you ever drank alcohol at a show?
Can't answer it.
Have I drank it? God, yes. And have I drank it before? Yes.
I don't know what the second
What about after? I guess it was...
Yes. With the guy sitting to the right of me, too. Yeah. That's Ben. Hello. I mean, we've stopped at bars in between.
Is that illegal?
And before. No, we're adults. We're of the age.
Yeah.
And no, was I drunk? No.
Never.
But, I've gone on a listing appointment and they had a nice bar in the basement and they're like, oh, you want to stay? They had kegerator. Did we just tap this? So I stayed.
It's rude to say no.
You can't say no. Yes, we are salesmen. We are salespeople. But, you want to sit there, have a conversation, get to know them, have them get to know you.
And another episode, we're going to remind me to talk about vodka with my Polish investors. Great guys, but they celebrate the end of a renovation going on the market with an entire bottle of vodka. And I'll tell you about my first one.
No, that's crazy.
From what I remember.
Per person?
Love to be at a wedding with them.
That's wild.
But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you listen to the next one and maybe the one after that. We're doing 3 or 300. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We'll see how this goes. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening.
Everyday bourbon for everyday clients.
Yeah. And we're back with that glug.
From a single barrel to a single family home. Pour a glass, find a place you can roam. This is the Bourbon Realtors, y'all. We'll see you next time.